Well, hey guys, it's Tony from Tony Talks Cards. My name is Tony, as always, and today we're talking two baseball cards that I picked up recently, one from an auction and one from eBay. I alluded to this on a couple of videos ago, talking about some baseball cards I'm getting into, Hall of Famers, showed off some Ernie Banks cards, and trying to just do more research and understand more about the history of baseball. I mean, I knew football being young and my favorite sport of all time, in grade school, high school, still is. But there's a lot of more baseball history out there I didn't really appreciate or know, and trying to vary my collection a bit more from just football to a little bit of baseball and Hall of Fame graded baseball stars as well. So, two cards to show you first, and I'll show you what they have in common or tell you why I picked them up. The first, they're actually right here. You've got a 1969 Topps Mickey Mantle in SG50, kind of an older SGC slab, I think, and then a 1973 Topps Roberto Clemente. So these cards have a couple things in common, which most of you collect baseball cards probably know and would have known right off the bat. They're both their final Topps issues. So Roberto Clemente's 73 was his last Topps card, base card. And 1969 Topps was Mantle's last base card. So for me, being dabbling into Hall of Fame baseball players, kind of varying out my collection, it's a lot cheaper to go with the last card than it is for a 52 Mantle or a 55 Clemente, obviously, given the prices of those. So I want to kind of find something that was in my price range. It was the Hall of Fame players, but also I like the last cards because the last cards have all the statistics on the back. And both these guys have that same fact pattern. So Mantle himself, there's barely any room for anything besides his stats from 51 to 68. And the top of this card actually says he's third on the all-time home run list at the time of the card coming out. And he announced his retirement on March 1st, 1969. So last card had just announced his retirement. Cool picture of him. The centering is, I think, pretty good for me at least. Left to right, pretty good. Top to bottom, I'm fine with that too. An old label, but again, there's definitely corner wear. There's a little bit of light, to medium corner wear. Maybe some surface scratches on it too, but just for the look of it and the centering and it being his last card and most affordable card, um, I'm glad glad I got it. I'm happy to have my collection and happy to see that it shows all his stats in the back. And more specifically about all of his stats, it shows all of his home runs. So sometimes a player's last card misses like the last year they played. But with Mantle, he ended his career with 536 home runs, and that is the total on the bottom. So kind of cool to see the 100% complete listing of all of his career statistics there on this card. Again, like the front, like the card, no major creases or damage, and really happy to pick this up in a recent REA auction. The second card, of course, I showed you, the Clemente, has the same thing. So, of course, Clemente died tragically in, I think, 1972 or 73, I forget. But again, this is his last card. And like Mantle's, it shows every single one of his statistics on the back. He, in kind of a quirky, rounded number way, ended his career with 3,000 hits to the hit, 3,000 rounded. And all 3,000 hits are shown on the back of this card with all of his statistics from the mid to early 50s down to 1972. And this being, of course, a 73 Topps in PSA 5. Excellent condition. Centering it was good to me on this one too. Left to right was good. Top to bottom was fine for me. Funny thing on the back though, the centering is really skewed on one side over here. A little miscut, but the front is okay. So I'm not going to go into, I don't even know why that would be, but again, just the way the cards are printed, cut, uh, the backs and fronts must have been off a little bit. But again, really love to have this card. Never watched him play in person, but the fact that I'm an accountant, I'm a numbers guy, I like statistics, I like baseball history itself, to have these two cards, the last cards of these two Hall of Famers, and these two cards both have every single home run, hit, and at bat on the bottom or in the back of the card really made it a sell for me. So thanks for watching. I'll be looking forward to showing a few more cards I picked up on eBay and some auctions the next couple of videos over the next few weeks too. Thank you again for all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. We're over 120 now, which just is crazy. Thank you for those who've shared, followed, liked, subscribed. And if you like this, love to have you like it. Leave me a note, leave me a comment. What do you know about these cards? What do you remember? What are some favorite cards you have that show statistics or numbers or quirky facts in the back? Would love to interact more that way too. So hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.